Xavi ka asem bi no na access asem no yabam na o can based on the fact that that time no okọ me dem Shadrach come here ready kakra. This was Xavi after na obefree Barcelona ako. It won't be easy at all. They will suffer and they will need patience because it's really a difficult job. The only thing that can save them is winning, whether they have been part of the club or not. We, a manager Xavier or Casachre Barcelona for any year singing, I say, a very difficult. On the sofa. Now, the club and the fans be here, I abotre. Say the pan about 2 adwuma so no. Or what club no as a player. So about prepara. So be adwuma will fear pain. And now oya ho a wonim ya mamre, wonim ya tradition no, obe here emre kakra. Yaw. Asema Xavi kan ni o. Na mama ko kan asem bi after game na Hansi Flick kan. Hansi Flick after game against Club Brugge no. And put for any din common or can say. We can drop into a low block, stick to our philosophy, and improve. When there is no intensity, you have no options in the Champions League. We can talk about changing everything, but I'm not a coach to change like that. We want to play our DNA. We don't want to defend in a low block and win 1-0 on a transition. 3-3 isn't the best results. But we equalized after every goal, and that's one positive. There all can a small person should say, or no manager no. Either he would die by the principles than to win ugly.
See, the FNA ya benimu yin defend it, yin sit deep, ya beam. And one
dan say, Obasha Bako, no because a kai microphone by a problem. This is the manager. So results in Shadanya the ultimate. So ko game no mu. Na maybe Johan Cruyff so ka asem we Johan Cruyff ya me fa the crazy wu. Na so yesa ketreman pro nti me fa the ampro no kasem. I say I would rather win 5-4 than 1-0.
So onu so be beam or consider yet obeshow. The most important thing is we're winning. One say na kasa say ko for the amusika. At said ye link Basa akọ Basa nana form a create the DNA of attacking football, attacking principles. And they are 200 and they who say e bia nye ekwan no nyina ne de na no create the 200. It's yenye bibi kakra. But that hasn't been the case. Johan Cruyff no attacking football dream team Pep Guardiola or building a Pep so ne mu all ba flick mu nyina ne mu no. Ono no say up 6-5 up 7-6 score line no. I say 1-0. And you be that flex so eka ho asem no. Why na catch Hansi Flick say low block? I want to understand. Which Barca fan catch Hansi Flick say at a blink of an eye, so she could low block, actually. Who? What everybody is demanding and they say better football. And what is better football? Better football, they say you defending ye, you attacking ye. Balance. You attacking ye, you defending ye. So when you highline assembly.
There be. What does highline focuses on? Highline, what does that focuses on? A full attacking gear. Highline is only a full attacking gear. No, without the ball, what do you do? Without the ball, not catch your players. And they say, and you want to time also answer about the offside. Yeah, who wins you the back the ball? Who recovers the ball back for you? Oh, really? It's apart from say, yeah, must space na baba can see about the goalkeeper in term. Na opponent na anya intelligent and not quite offside na referee na and I FIFA job on the there's no other defensive principle for Hansi Flick. Is that the case? Oh, that should never be the case. Sana buying na buying sana moya na.
So Barcelona under Pep na this high line na this high.
Hona den komena kudru no. Barca under Pep no, they defended by keeping the ball. Okay. They defended by keeping possession. and no na what that 30-second principle no kaya olu so ball within the next 30 seconds na body crab asafo no enti hwade o body crab no pepa you chase shadows thereby wearing you down body say be do how wo be dwene 30 seconds no massage ball is that what we see no. Okay Shadrack and Mohamed Kakra makame say Barca Champions League way and one am kan medical can previous
so what can say this season Barca and kan
no
like limited expectation I'm the more answer was it
no yeah
do you still stand by the kind
yeah now it looks even more clearer now the original chie na no ebesi sabri esa what tell maybe ase look high line no aye adwuma e wo mre bi atwam but I'll tell you something in the high line defensive principle no sebe facha me e de nyasafo na ebo Eric Garcia Arojo Kubasi without the ball none of them is intelligent.
Wow.
Without the ball none of them is intelligent. High line no there any tackle any interception any block it's just a matter of movement and no, look at this what if the man go where you go. I've always been saying it say every goal be able to net be a goal you considering the sequence Shadrack Menko hold it here every goal okay Shadrack nyina wa ha say ya de o ni so yi on fa menko Elche Barca win Elche say 2-1 one no buy no Shadrack nyi sa goal no ma super sport for no e wo build up no Barca site no post bo mu twa bi to twene super sport for Shadrack one final emra look at where they lost the ball. Look at the last line of defense for Barca and how one pass it be cracking the defensive code.
Fully speed.
What do you look? We know ya hunu infinfi ho shot fire ko infinfi ho. We 2-1 Barca winning La Liga game. Rafa made a share go we say. This is a very close reverse angle. Or the ever ko infinfi ho. Me pen infinfi ho the be Barca lose because there we have the full spectacle of what happened. And yo, do you know why in the game of chess you move queen first no? What bafia how many do you see? A con bafia near your announcement I didn't cry and bad see. But do you know in the game of chess why the queen is always moved first? So we are going to say, oh, me person should go. What happens against your team without the ball? Without the ball no means you have some fear from the position. I would you know. Shadrack and Mohamed because one person me trust you. That one goal no kwano. One no me pe one goal no. And you know Hansi Flick me penasam or yeah juma. But the defense way no and the most dangerous thing here they say, yo, baby Barca drew last year no impo afio ahwe mun drew. Baby Barca drew Champions League last year.
Last season.
Yeah.
Barcelona drew the semis.
Yeah. Oh, Barca drew semis afi.
Wow.
Go now, Mo. But the key point I'm person making who say Barca can never reach the furthest point of the Champions League with the defense. Now me and shame in crying so. Because the coach is never willing to change the principle. He's never ready to change the principle. Look, asking about body. PH body. And we say somebody defense and they don't defend. Look, Enunye. Shadrack there. Now go back. Go back, Kokakrebi. So my catch say, even in the Premier no, my catch most of the players say, chance now the member be chema show no. What the comments to atra. Bien so atra be show 5. Chance now the member me 5 na me should be a 1 no. What the same 5 chances man Messiah. Be a show 5 ni nyina. This is the Elche game. Go out there to net. Should be a far one free. Should defensive line or be an war and the response from the goalkeeper. Never compare the see and run home. It has always been the case. Barca lose ball no only control BIB. Should I continue to check a craving count? And you look at this.
Elche for area.
Na fan radio ni mesi. Say I know my or the check TV nim to the we see Should I can be my
that's how you post mortem when you have
yo, this defense Champions League. No, then you are not watching buying. On share PSG, on share Arsenal. Arsenal they became a real share say.
Yeah. 3-1. 3.
Became a real midfielder. Now apart from goals, so almost also defending. Yow, shall this scene now who TV see? Shadrack and Fanko see radio. So you also Fanko see Inter Milan last year, you know. Maka how many differences?
Last season, say Barca conceded 7 goals for Winterson.
And me can you film last the crano exit.
Some 4-3.
Yeah. No fan could see one more. So yeah, this is the reality. Barca team war without the ball. They can be much exciting and I'm here to pull the baby. But the only piano, regardless of the strength of the position. And also, Club Brugge, you have a Champions League who can open some door and boost a Club Brugge.
Brugge.
I have an order to boost over Drew. But she speed and you heard Nashadraka. I know. Yeah. The last 2 games for Barca.
Similar.
The last 2 games for Barca. And even cracking the offside code on F4. Cracking the offside goal. You don't need intelligent attackers. Club Brugge and then Elche. Attackers ben or cracking defensive code.
Mr. Mo Facebook phone and I must say munya video no mon fanche and copyright. Ebasa ombesa striking in page no. And I sa train ejumedi no question mon fanche madaroma. But here na omoye pictures in motion. Said the bear mobenya the clear picture of the Mr.Newton Ekano. New yanto
so yeah. Mr. Basafo, we do team no team and Momo they said last year. No, last year they gave us shades of good performances.
Henry now could say the strikers are not helping the defenders. The strikers should press. When they press, it will make the opponent mad for them to play. Sorry to use this word foolishly. By Jamal, don't press. Rashford is bad, and Ferran is helper and a killer. At the same time,
what did they say?
Henry Nyako.
Shadrach and Flamenco Barca PSG Champions League this season on Flamenco. Oh, you see the word pressing, but the pressing they Kasim.
Okay.
Shadrach and prepare to look. Hansi Flick a Jumana warrior no. A person defending. But the code of the Highland, I say you defend from top. And not tell me Busa why the Queen is moved first in the game of chess, you know. Busa was asking no. If you don't want to press from top, you are doomed. If you're not ready to put the pressure up top, you are doomed. Lamy, Lewandowski, Frank Torres, Rashford, Dani Olmo, Olmo put pressure on the opposition. Pep Guardiola 30 seconds rule, no, it doesn't exist in the DNA of Hansi Flick. And so no, a person about high line. High line now, what they say space in our field in the sono. And even 2 near fighting for on the field. Okay. And even 2 know the spaces and the ball. When you have the ball, you look for spaces. When you don't have the ball, you still look for spaces. If you don't have the ball, but spaces in that whole back line and the goalkeeper and the horn, you can see the more position. Then how do you want to defend? Shadrach or PSG now because of the wet press now we use it into Barca PSG game no. Look at the Quenya Mendes far ball no best in fair moi Kubasi caught 1 pound defense on the ball control. You saw that goal.
Hakimi Diano so cross at the Kolema.
Yeah. Papa.
See, this month, November, Chelsea, Barca, Stamford Bridge, Highlights here. And
now there's some Bishop Tiabekaye. And come on, a continuation of what we said yesterday. Bishop Kaye, and I say, in fact, and when the man throw Chelsea and then Barca, because I'm not going in that game with history said Barca brought Chelsea. So say, yeah, go in here, yeah, on start to keep on Shadi. When the message in the panel the now talking about pressure and the high line. How many teams anybody use? My boy Elche, Club Brugge, and now we are fat PSG and the other. Look. Within 30 seconds, as I say, look, and you want to win this with the Champions League. Variety of opponents. A left back carries ball to the final third and assist. Look. No. Keep a better another way, say.
Say a moment away now.
Where?
Chesney.
Yes, we should be very serious and honest to everybody. Yeah, for defense when the Champions League and the latter stages of the Champions League, Barca be drew on my just saw any name ye. Media my opinion on the Barcelona team. If somebody still has the hope, Sabasa kwaje Agile League at the account, so be it. But they really need a lot of changes over Chironomo. And some of this season impono or match last season's successes. Other than that, a very, 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 very difficult success. It's a tough job for Hansi Flick. Yeah. No, we need bench, Papa Bia so. Only solid bench. She buying and then PH bench.
So they buy something to me to.
Shas na bench yaw. I said decided so benching Crawford. You look at the lineup of the ball we mudi no. Well, must soon to me to.
Kwanchan the effect. It is kind of your crumbe your densua. Your bottom.
Oh no, say there's a big job at hand for Xabi Alonso. Na me di baby a support no say the Madrid for playing for the support no. Obe replace Carlo Ancelotti. First of all, wo you catch us any power ko replace no. Na dwuma o tie ni, na dwuma o ye ni, the status of that person and everybody, it weighs you. But if you allow yourself, it would overweigh you. Alonso man ho kwan a enema Carlo don achieve bia no abeda no course because okochi no kra bebu no course. So to replace even Carlo no kra na easy. To match the demands of the fans, you know, and number 2, and to deal with the players, the big boys in the dressing room now, and number 3. So, and Crawfobia what dressing room hall to say big boys be a start to say Alonso, you're cold, what you say. Now, I want to understand. Why more? Rudiger David Alaba and who are the big boys who are dressing room hall? Yeah, baby, color Alonso could know. Or deal list of Etiashi. We come here for the 4th point. 4th point is the Leverkusen unbeaten. As on one personal career, so defended from Baby Friba. Now they are to Ten Hag, Villas Bas Moy, Dimitri Moy. We've seen coaches about you within a short time. They are not the media or the fans. Villas was free Porto. People tagged him so the next Jose. Then the next big job, the next big step. Last week, you could post 2 radio stations out there. No. What they are free on our post to baby out today. It has been every time a mountain challenge. It means that it's also you be for Alonso. I dear here right now. The intensity of the Liverpool team.
Yeah. So 90 minutes.
Beer running, nobody stays. Nobody stays up top whenever the ball is lost. In 10 overs, everybody is a defender, including who wears the number 9 jersey.
Why is it being so change?
Change, they say, why don't you like change? Success demands for change. Success, yeah. Also maintain success or top. So there be I am as I can say, what you could do so, how to maintain yourself, how to maintain yourself there, and you change. Madrid job is a very tough job for Xabi Alonso. And why you are dear park a no when you're 2-1 at Tiabasa. Madrid derby a Cotiano. But it's sort of picking from the lessons Liverpool gave him. And that Okoye Rudiger, Okoye Alaba, Okoye big boy who are dressing will say you know I don't say why is it. No, he has to deal with those little comments. No, he's not the first coach who will deal with how. Carl when you have a face to pay. Josie. At some point issues are leaky. More blame Cassia's girlfriend. So a journalist Cassia's can be and somebody PPA call
as an friend Sarah Cabonero. No a journalist.
So Xabi
yes.
He has to be very tough because job ready. Now can say Vinicius betting Yakako PM Manchester City. Vinicius to Man City can be a big story, a big favor be a win-win for Vinicius for Man City.
Obey City next Kevin De Bruyne. Okay, Pep yes, it was near BBR.
Oh, yeah. Kevin De Bruyne, my who is in the shape of playmaker, but me who in the shape of big boy in the dressing room.
Okay.
Kevin was a natural playmaker, a schemer for the side, but Vinicius will be focusing on goals about BPM England because England don't want the spaces. On the channel, on the foul, because the survival profile now be now Vinicius with even an added extra experience from Baby of Free. And Pep getting an attacker. For we're trying out on Kwemu. If Pep gets an attacker who loves to go into the box, no, if Fufu out on Kwemu, he had time for Raheem Sterling. It is when you Vinicius at this point here. Do kumu kukuru no mofa one man time no ya no no. He wants somebody so direct and obey Jumano. What I envisage to say, we are not giving Manchester City and then Pep the kind of respect they deserve. Because of last year, dear two community, I feel Busami no make us Arsenal PSG Bayern Madrid. A mom home no, my family City and Camo. But I'm not the Dortmund no, they are still in the game. Man City are still in the game. Their quality no more train. And your quality and your good manager no more train. They are not waiting for experience. Yeah, they are waiting for rhythm. A dear Man City ne Pep a rhythm. Rhythm comes from winning. Said your players, Pep Guardiola at Tenacia, we're training you know Pep team, lot of chemistry. Patterns in the fluency of his possession, common to each and every member of the squad. No, but Onyan Drew was because chop and change your ball. Look, Tijani Renders, a quality player. Ran Sheki, quality player. In addition to them, Rodri free injury, Doku is in the team on fire. Savino, the Brazilian. You have Mamouche, you have Ellen Haaland. Look at the quality of attackers. Phil Foden, and Phil Foden connects to the fans directly because on the local boy, Sancho Monia, Morgan Rogers, on the overstay. And he fought with Aguero Dems all to this stage. So Doku, Savino, Mamouche, Renders, all of them are working. Pep would have to go out with a very solid 11. Okay. I don't know one manager resource about this stage. What is left is the confidence we have had in him. But watching the game against Borussia Dortmund and Rano, Man City Besaba. Only say Champions League, you deciding faces in you.
Because at PSG last season, see no more bro. Almost playoff.
And by contrast, Liverpool saw a fire.
Yes.
By contrast, now Liverpool see a fire and everything changed. I still feel Man City beba.
Mate, new.